right, so we see the clip. I had to speed it and mute it, but you see the girl. She's going directly on stage with the artist, right? He's showing her off, and then they go behind, this curtain, and then you have the spotlight, right? So then you even see the boyfriend. He's sitting up there filming real quick. So the artist takes off his shirt. He's sitting up there, I guess, like singing. You see the girl sitting up there grinding. They're doing all of these other types of things, and then it gets to the point where it's not that fun no more, right? You see her basically severely bumping. At one point you saw her face pretty much near his crotch. She could pretty much feel the temperature of what is directly down there. And, he was probably getting asked a lot of questions from the women that were directly in the crowd, right? Because you saw some of them decide to turn and look directly at him. I think even in some instances, some of them might have also filmed him as well. You saw some girls there specifically looking at him and, and laughing and doing all of this other type of stuff, the stuff that, normally, women do when it is that a guy is, in a sense, getting humiliated in public. And it's like, wow, it's crazy that it gets to the extent where if a guy is embarrassed or humiliated in public, that people want to just turn around and laugh. They want to snicker. They want to hee hee ha ha. They want to sit up there and film me. I'm like, wow. And I'm like, and people wonder why it is that guys have, certain types of thought processes when it deals with women, why they treat them a certain type of way, where guys just decide to call women directly out of their names. When you got an abundance of women deciding that they want to do stuff like this and film you while this is sitting up there happening, and they want to, keep poking and prodding and asking questions and all this other, like, it's crazy. Like I said, all of them there was acting like little schoolgirls. But mind you, let this have been reversed, right? Let a guy have decided to get on stage. It was like Rihanna, Janet Jackson, whatnot, or whatever. You know how mad that woman would be. And then the other women in the crowd, how they would decide to co-sign with the woman and they would band together, and then magically they're best friends, and then they're trying to console her and tell him, oh, he ain't no good. He's probably a cheater. And, if he knew that that was going to happen, he should have just, rescinded the invitation. He should have just said no if he knows that he's in a relationship and he know that, like, it's crazy how this works. Like, guys should automatically think about the woman that they're in a relationship with whenever a situation occurs. But let it be a woman's, once in a lifetime instance. And then you got this. Nobody says anything, right? But the guy is the clown and the guy is the problem.
Miss Overloaded, no. And then the voice was on it. Listen, as the girls wasn't that bad. It was that bad, girl. Like, bro, you were holding the nigga's dick. Hey. The way that I put
Now, before we get into the instance of hearing what the supposed girlfriend has to state, I just want people to realize this. This guy is out here in public, and you can clearly see the girl, I guess, talking amongst her friends or other women and whatnot. She clearly doesn't care. She's like, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And you see the guy pretty much sulking, doing the slow anime walk in the rain, walking by himself, right? Because he feels a certain type of way. And I completely understand why it is that he feels a type of way, because he's like, yo, I just got embarrassed in front of pretty much the whole world, right? And again, like I said before, you see people clearly filming this guy, knowing what happened. They want to sit up there and film him, hee hee ha ha, hoo, right? And they want to do all this stuff. This is why I don't, like I said, this is why I understand why a lot of guys out here have a villain arc. This is exactly why I understand. Because like I told people before, whenever things specifically happen to guys, nobody cares. It's all fun and games. It's ha ha, he he, all this other type of stuff. But then when a guy starts acting out, when he starts feeling a certain type of way, now people want to, oh, you're just acting emotional. Why do you have your emotions involved? What? Are y'all not just sitting up here publicly trying to shame this dude, making fun of this dude, talking about this dude as he's walking? Like I said, you're not going to say this in front of his face, though. And I know one of those people that's sitting up there, hee hee ha ha, I know one of those people is a man. But he ain't going to roll up to that dude's face and do that, though. Like I said, it's clear cut how a lot of people like to sit up there and act. People are real brave when somebody's walking away. They want to say this, they want to say that, they want to try to say it within earshot or whatever, just to try to get something started. But they're not about that life. So this is why he's sitting in the background with the women, hee hee ha ha ha, and filming. Like I said, that's crazy to me, man. Like I said, and this is why a lot of guys have villain arcs. This is exactly why.
Hi everyone. I said I was going to do a story time and tell my side of the story because the amount of hate that I'm getting called all types of things that I've never even heard before. Like, it's getting a bit scary, and I keep coming, like, whoa. So I really want to explain myself and address a few rumors as well. But obviously, before I get that started, I want to publicly apologize to him. Obviously, me and him, we've had private conversations where we spoke, but since it was public, I think the right thing for me to do is to publicly apologize to him. Like, that was bad, but you know, it was honestly a mistake. If I knew this would like get this far, I wouldn't even go to the concert. I don't know, because this is not worth the hate that I'm receiving. But yeah, since it was public, I want to publicly apologize to him. So yeah, let's just get straight into like the story. The rumors, actually, I want to address the rumors first. So why am I okay? First of all, who's Fafa? No, who's that person? Whoever said that my name is Fafa, can you come? No, come please. Because I literally went on stage. I literally said my name is Jess. I said it twice. So I don't know how people are getting this information from. That's not my name, please. Like, no. And also people saying that he's the one that bought the tickets. Who told you that as well? Who said he's the one that bought the tickets? It was me. I'm the one that bought the tickets. I wanted me and him to have a good time because, you know, like, we're young, like, real young. So, like, I thought this is a good thing to do. Let me just take my man to a concert. Let's have fun. Like, that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. I beg. Since when is it illegal to do so? Since when? That just tells you a lot, because us women, we can do things as well. Like, if I want to take my man out, I'll take my man out. So yeah, like I said, it was me. Anyways, also, me and him, like, we've had private conversations about going on stage with Omah, because he does this at his shows. If you really know Omah, you will know that he's done this at his past concerts. Like, this is what he does. This is literally what he does. Like, it's nothing new. So obviously, I said, me and him had this conversation. Like, I said to him, if I was to get called on stage, I'm going to go on stage. And he said that's fine. Like, he's been saying that's fine. Like, me and him never ever had an issue with me going on stage, even when the time came. Like, I think there was a video where people were saying, like, I was moving away from him, like, I was pushing him away. Like, no. Like, Omah literally looked at me and said, you said I want you. So obviously, I just got really excited because Omah is like one of my favourite artists. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you all have favourite artists. I didn't want to hear that. Like, so he's mine. So obviously, he's my favourite artist, not mine. So obviously, I got really excited. I was just genuinely happy. And obviously, when I moved to the side, that was when he asked me to go on stage. I was just waiting for, obviously, the security to get me out of the crowd. That's why I was even stood there.
Okay, so the takeaways from this is nothing. She didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. I realistically already knew what it was as soon as I saw the hair. I'm like, okay, I already know pretty much where we are at this moment in time. I'm like, this is looking real Americanized at this moment in time. I'm like, yeah, my guy, just take the L. She wanted to talk about, oh, I just, want to give a public apology of which you didn't care about, because then you wanted to give a justification. It was like, oh, well, he always does this. This is a, once in a lifetime type of thing. We've already had conversations about this. And he, if you really know who this artist is, he does this, quite often, during his concerts and yada, yada, yada. My guy, you can do better. You can do better. And this is why I've told guys before, at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about leveling up. It is about you getting your bank account right, getting the money, getting the specific job. So you can have a selection, and you will have a selection. You can go all over wherever you want to go, and you will have women that will acknowledge what it is that you have done. They'll be like, okay, well, if you would like a date or whatnot, again, you will have a selection. The guy, more than likely, I guess you could consider it lucked up or whatever you want to sit up there and position it as. You can do better. Focus, take about a year or 2 or 3, focus on yourself, go out there and get a trade, create a business for yourself, save up your money. Don't be focused on women. Don't even pay them no mind or no attention, and do you. That's what you need to do. She stated that they're both young, so as a young man, go out there and just do that. Stop focusing on all of these girls directly out here, focusing on these women, whatnot, what have you. Again, just focus on you. just focus on you, because trust me, when it deals in time, all the cards are directly in your favor, because people are not keeping track of what 10 plus years is going to look like down the road for a lot of women directly out here. And it's going to be more and more women directly out here, and the population of men is not really going to be that high. So again, the ball is going to be directly in your court. All you have to do is focus directly on yourself, build yourself up, and there you go. Again, just let this be a lesson in what takes place, and let that burn for quite a bit. Let it stay directly there, and you'll make it directly through that.